Alright, what is up people? This week in gaming news, we know that Activision and EA will be competing against each other with their first-person shooters. Cyberpunk 2077 gets official mod support, the Mass Effect trilogy is getting remastered, and more. CDPR now say that they are providing official mod support for Cyberpunk 2077. Here's what it says on their website. Modding support tools. Below you will find official tools and resources that will help you modify and create your own experiences in the world of Cyberpunk 2077. Tools will be continually updated alongside with game patches to ensure compatibility. CDPR also banned an unauthorized mod, a mod that lets you have sex with Keanu Reeves. Here's a snippet from The Verge. Cyberpunk 2077 creator CD Projekt Red would kindly like modders to stop making Keanu Reeves into a sex object. Following a fan mod that allowed players to have sex with Keanu Reeves' character, Johnny Silverhand, the developer told PC Gamer that user-generated content cannot be harmful towards others, especially when it comes to mods. In the case of model swaps, especially those that involve explicit situations, it can be perceived as such by the people who lent us their appearance for the purpose of creating characters in Cyberpunk 2077, the developer said. Still on the subject of Cyberpunk 2077 mods, a few days ago CDPR sent out a tweet warning players that there's a vulnerability in the external .dll files which can be used to execute code on PC. If you plan to use Cyberpunk mods / custom saves on PCs, use caution. We've been made aware of a vulnerability in the DLL files that the game uses which can be used to execute code on PCs. Issues will be fixed ASAP. For now, please refrain from using files from unknown sources. A Call of Duty game releases every year as sure as the sun rises every day. Call of Duty's competition has always been with Battlefield. However, there hasn't been any Battlefield game since 2018. In a recent earnings call, EA CEO Andrew Wilson said that this year we will see a Battlefield game being released. Leaks suggest that it'll be Battlefield 6, a soft reboot of Battlefield 3. Battlefield 6 and Call of Duty will be competing this year. There hasn't really been any info on what this year's Call of Duty is going to be. There were rumors around saying that Sledgehammer Games and Infinity Ward are working together on this year's COD, but video game insider Tom Henderson said this in a tweet. As far as I'm aware, no, Sledgehammer Games and Infinity Ward are not working together on Call of Duty 2021. They are still working on their individual titles. Not working together. There was a rumor going around that both developers are working together on the title. As far as I'm aware, they are not. One thing is for sure, Call of Duty will come out this year sometime November. Also, Battlefield 6 is set to get a reveal sometime spring. In a recent investor call, it is said that Battlefield 6 is currently ahead of schedule and it'll feature huge maps and more players than previous entries. Here's a clip from Reddit showing that there's a new bug in Warzone that lets you win a game in less than 10 seconds. Not really sure if this is real or fake. Activision and Raven Software have not yet responded to this bug. Still on the Call of Duty news, it's been said that the storylines in Warzone, Modern Warfare, Black Ops and Zombies are all in the same universe. Sometime last week, Treyarch released a new map for Zombies called Firebase Z. In said map, players have found numerous Easter eggs as well as ending cutscenes that have links to the Modern Warfare series. The ending cutscene centers around Lev Kravchenko, a character in the Black Ops campaign who is revealed to be the leader of the Omega Group. This connects him to the campaign in which Imran Zakhaev makes a cameo. For those of you who don't know, Imran Zakhaev is the antagonist in the original Modern Warfare series and is also mentioned in Modern Warfare 2019 as Mr. Z. Next up we have 06 Behind Enemy Lines. 06 Behind Enemy Lines is a third-person tactical shooter based on teamwork and realistic combat. 06 Behind Enemy Lines will be using the Unreal Engine 4. It is being made by an indie development studio. It is a SOCOM-like tactical third-person shooter. In the campaign, the players will experience a dark and gritty story that revolves around a Spec Ops unit which is loosely based on the Navy SEAL Team 6. Besides the single-player campaign, the game will also feature a competitive multiplayer. Various tactical and team-oriented game modes will be included. The game's multiplayer will focus on putting a strong emphasis on one life per round game modes. These are designed to run at a slower pace, meaning you will more commonly walk and peek corners instead of sprinting and jumping around corners. With predictable recoil patterns and a low time to kill, a mixture of individual mechanical skills and a tactical approach to positioning and movement will get you the win. They recently released a dev blog stating, "We usually start with the so-called environment art style test. It entails the creation of small-scale scenes. It is a way of getting a sense of what a finished level will look like. It plays a big role in shaping the overall look of the game. They are generally presented as a fly-through video or even a small playable demo. Small-scale dioramas are also used to test how different assets work together." I've been waiting to see another third-person tactical shooter, as the last third-person tactical shooter that I played was Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and that game was a disappointment. 06 Behind Enemy Lines has no release date announced, however PC gamers can sign up for its alpha test. Before we go on to the final news of the week, I want to thank you all for watching and subscribing to this channel. If you're not already subbed to this channel, go on ahead and click the subscribe button and click on the bell icon so you don't miss any uploads from this channel. With that being said, let's get on to the final news of the week. The original Mass Effect trilogy released back on 2007, 2010 and 2012. Now the whole trilogy will be released as a legendary edition with improved visuals, improved gameplay mechanics, movement and sound. Each of these games have been updated to support 4K resolution on PC, current gen consoles as well as previous gen consoles. On the PC, the frame rate will be uncapped. Every DLC from the trilogy will be included with the Legendary Edition, except for one, the Pinnacle Station DLC. Why it's not included? That's because it was developed by a third-party studio, Debunked Studios, which was acquired by Sega and has been more involved with several mobile projects. It is reported that Debunked Studios has lost the original source code for the Pinnacle Station DLC. In a recent interview with Game Informer, Mass Effect Legendary Edition game director Mac Walters stated that they went through quite the ordeal trying to track down the Pinnacle Station's source codes. Debunked Studios was able to find a backup, but unfortunately, this was corrupted and no longer usable. Mass Effect Legendary Edition releases on the 14th of May 2021. Alright people, that wraps up this week's gaming news. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching and listening, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.